In this video, I'm going to quickly show you how you can start selling cars on Google using Google's pay-per-click AdWords system. You really are just a few clicks away from generating some leads. Hopefully this video will show you how easy it is. One preliminary note, pay-per-click is a fantastic way to generate leads because it's pretty scalable, meaning once you've figured it out, Google and Bing have a ton of traffic to send you. However, it's not cheap. Telephone leads are going to cost you probably north of $25 to $30 each. That's just the nature of the marketing channel. It's a bidding system, and whoever bids the highest is the one who gets listed towards the top and will get the most phone calls. If you can't afford leads that are that expensive, this probably isn't going to work for you. You might still try it just to see if you can get leads cheaper, but I doubt you can. But mainly, you might want to look at your sales funnel as a whole and try and figure out why you can't afford $30 leads while other car dealers can. Just to make absolute certain that everyone watching this video understands exactly how pay-per-click ads work, let's have a look at what these ads look like. Let's go to Google and type in 2011 Honda Accord. So this is basically what you're going to see. These are the ads. You can see it's marked with an ad, and then also over on the side, you're going to see a few more ads typically down along the side. Underneath this big block, you might see some additional ads here, but this search is only returning these 3 ads. So let's try another search. Use 2011 BMW 328i. Okay, so this is again same thing. You've got these little yellow flags that are marking it as an ad, and then you've also got ads over here on the side. As I said, sometimes your ads will appear down here. So this is basically what you're going to be doing. You're going to try and create ads, and you're going to get them put in here. And the only thing you have to do is be willing to spend the money. It's very easy to get your ads listed, but actually returning a positive ROI is the trick, and all these people apparently think that they're doing that. Anyway, so let's get into this so you can see how easy it really is. Just go to google.com and click the advertising button, which is at the bottom of the page. Basically, this is what you want to do. You want to get over here where it says advertise on link. You say learn more or get started. I already have created an account, so I'm already set up with them. But what you're going to do if this is your first time using Google pay-per-click, you just click get started. One thing to keep in mind, you really don't need to keep pausing this video and then going back into Google. Google has a very easy to use wizard that will walk you through the whole process. So don't worry if it seems a bit confusing watching this video. I'm trying to get through this quickly, but trust me, if you just get in there and do it, it will seem pretty straightforward. So as I said, once you click on that getting started button, eventually you're going to be led to this page, which is the create a campaign page. So the first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is just name the campaign. Let's just say if you're selling a bunch of Hondas, you're going to name it Honda. So the next setting is this one right here, search network. You can choose what you want to do. I recommend to start, just do search network only. The display network is basically sites that have posted Google code on them, and I found that the cost per click is generally, the value of these clicks is generally a lot less than the search network. So just to start out, you really want to fine-tune things and get an understanding of how this all works. So choose search network only. That will basically mean your ads are only going to show up when someone goes to Google or another search engine that Google is providing ads for, and they type in the specific keywords that you want. So then let's keep going down. Networks include search partners. I think, again, this is the other things. I think AOL, I think there's some other search engines that use Google ads basically the same way that Google uses them. So I recommend trying this. If you want to really limit it to just Google, you can uncheck that. So this is the next main thing, is the locations. What you really want to do is you want to come in here and just geo-target your ads. This is really like the secret sauce of Google pay-per-click. What you can do is you can type in here, you can type in like a city. I'm in Agora Hills, California. Agora Hills, California. So here it will come up. I can choose Agora Hills, California, and it says that's the basic, what they think is the population. And that's what you want to do to start out. You just want to target your specific area. Maybe that's a couple of zip codes if you're in a big city. Maybe it's just one city. I would say if you're in a big city like Los Angeles, you don't want to do just Los Angeles. Cut it down even further than that. You can always expand it, but what you want to do is get the low-hanging fruit. You want to get people that are very, very close to you and are most likely to see your ad and come in and actually buy something. So then the next setting that you're going to want to really mess with is the default bid and the budget. again, this is something that makes Google very powerful, is you can put in your daily budget. You don't have to put in $1,000 a day. Put in something modest like $10 or $20 until you get this thing up and running and understand what's going on. You don't want to just be spending money. You want to just spend a very minimal amount. So if you lose it all, it's not that big of a deal. So start conservatively. Again, you can always come back and edit these settings later. So you don't need to bother. You don't have to put it up to $100 or $1,000 a day. Just start conservatively and then move on, move up as you start to actually get some leads from this. And that's pretty much it. You can then keep all of the default settings after that. Hit the Save and Continue button at the bottom, and that's going to take you to the page where you start to create your ad groups. What you're going to want to do, you basically have 3 levels. There is the campaign, and I name that Hondas. And then under that, you might have a bunch of different ad groups. And so let's call this one Ad Honda Civic. And what you're going to do, or actually Honda Accord, since that's the car we were looking at earlier. Honda Accord. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to come into these different boxes, write your headline. What I recommend is just do a search for Honda Accord. In fact, we're going to be even more specific. 2002 Honda Accord is going to be this ad group. But what you're going to want to do is do a Google search, type that into Google, look at what the ads look like, and then kind of use that as your headline and your description. Since what we're starting out with is basically the low-hanging fruit, we know if someone does a search for 2002 Honda Accord, it's a pretty safe bet that they're looking to buy this specific model. So I recommend being very specific with your ads. For instance, put the mileage in the description, put the actual price in the description, and be clear in the headline, buy a used 2002 Honda Accord, so that people that maybe they're looking for parts, they won't click on your ad, because you're only paying when someone clicks on your ad. So you want your ads to be very, very clear. What you don't want to do is don't bid. Oh, let's get down to the keyword section. Okay, so then you're going to enter in your keywords. And again, just to start out for this first round, I recommend being very, very specific. So if you're trying to sell a 2002 Honda Accord, enter that in as the keywords. Just exactly like this. Maybe there's some variations like used 2002 Honda Accord or 2002 Honda Accord for sale. Keywords like that are very, very clearly have buyer intent. So let's just put these in as our keywords. Again, what I don't think you want to do is bid on something like, for instance, Toyota Corolla. If you have a bunch of Honda Civics, don't bid on things like Toyota Corolla. Even though they're similar cars, it's going to be very, very difficult to get people to switch and actually buy a Civic when they're looking for a Corolla. I'm not saying it can't be done, but again, when you're just starting out, go for the low-hanging fruit. Go for the keywords that have buyer intent for the specific cars that you're trying to sell. One other last thing on this page that you're going to want to do is type in the default bid. Something like this, you're probably going to want to start out at about $1. You can hit that and you can do estimate search traffic, and will tell you roughly how many clicks they think you'll get using these keywords that you've input and based on your dollar bid. If you want more traffic, you just keep upping your bid basically. So they're saying 7 to 9 clicks per day. Cost per day is $2 to $3. So that's fine. If you go up to $2, you'll see it's going to give me probably so 9 to 11. So the higher you're willing to bid, the more you're going to be towards the top of the search results, and the more clicks you'll get. Okay, so that's basically it. Just rinse and repeat. It is a bit of work for each individual car, but there is software out there that can automate this entire process, basically taking your inventory from an inventory feed and feeding it into Google. But it's a good idea to manually do this at first, just to get an understanding of how it all works. And then once you have basically working on a small scale, you can scale it up through automation and software. I actually have some software that can easily pull your inventory, create all the keywords and ads, and then load them into your Google account automatically. So if you need help with this, just let me know. One of the keys to getting Google Pay-Per-Click to work is doing what's called A/B testing, where you try out a whole bunch of different ad copy and then also test your landing pages. I just did it quickly just to kind of show you how the system works, but you're definitely going to want to tweak your ad copy as time goes on. Try different things. Google allows you to create different ads within the same ad group, so you can actually see which ad is performing better. So these are all things to keep in mind. And a big thing is on the landing page where you're directing traffic to. You want to get people as close to the place that they're trying to get to without having to click. So if they're looking for, a 2003 Honda Civic, you want to take them to that specific page on your website. And again, you probably even want to do some A/B testing with your landing page. And what I mean by that is you might change the color of your phone number. You might change the placement of where your phone number is on that page. And you might find that you can improve there. You can make some incremental improvements, 5, maybe 10% more calls by just changing the color of your phone number or changing the placement of your phone number on the page. And these little incremental improvements can really take a campaign that's basically losing money and make it profitable. So keep all that in mind. But again, to start, just get something up and running and you'll get an idea of how it all works. Google is going to be around 80% of the pay-per-click traffic. So you want to get this to work first, and then you'll want to expand to Microsoft's Bing. Bing has an easy-to-use import from Google AdWords button, which makes it very easy just to import your ads straight over without having to do anything. You might want to switch the tracking number, but that's about it. Again, though, don't bother with Bing until you're actually seeing a positive ROI with Google. There's no point to creating and then managing 2 campaigns that don't work. Anyway, I hope this video helps. I did a podcast episode on Google Pay-Per-Click. So if you want to learn more about this, just go to www.motorcarmarketing.com/podcasts and look for episode 5. As always, if you have any questions or comments about any of this or need help setting up your pay-per-click campaign, feel free to email me or give me a call. I don't mind answering emails or jumping on a quick phone call to help you out. You can find my current contact information at www.motorcarmarketing.com/contact. Thanks for watching.